Welcome to Proudly Jewish Spotlight, where I put the spotlight on someone who has proven to be proudly Jewish. In this installment, I'm putting the spotlight on Seinfeld, both Jerry Seinfeld and his wife, Jessica. You know, at a time when so many celebrities are strangely quiet, they've spoken up on so many other issues, but when Jews faced the greatest massacre since the Holocaust, both in scale and in terms of atrocities, you would think more would speak up. And instead of focusing on those who haven't, I want to focus on those who have. And Jessica Seinfeld and Jerry Seinfeld both have, and admirably so. So let's delve into it a little bit. On October 7th, the same day as the massacre, Jessica posted the following. And she wrote, "Sending love to my Jewish sisters and brothers around the world. This is when the Jewish bond is strongest. Thank you to those who have reached to ask if there's anything you can do. We need you to stand with the Jewish people." And this is indeed something that that many Jews I've heard of, and people that I know locally and online, that I know from other cities, etc., that have felt abandoned in many ways by the non-Jewish world, the social world around them. And she's underlining that we need you to stand up. And she's appreciative of those who have. October 9th, just a couple days later, Jerry posted the same photo and wrote, "I lived and worked on a kibbutz in Israel when I was 16, and I have loved our Jewish homeland ever since." And that's the thing, right? This connection that Jews have to Israel, it's not just an ideological idea, right? An ideology. It's our homeland. This is where we're from. This is the bond with Israel. It is not about politics. Nobody asks an Italian American, "Hey, what do you think of the current government of Italy or their policies on any issues?" No, you're an Italian American. You're proud of your culture. We're Jewish. We're proud of our culture, and we recognize that Israel is our Jewish homeland. And Seinfeld continues, "My heart is breaking from these attacks and atrocities, but we are also a very strong people in our hearts and minds. We believe in justice, freedom, and equality. We survive and flourish no matter what." And there's that resilience that that Jews have. We've been through so much, and we're still here. And this is what Jerry Seinfeld is underlining. We survive and flourish no matter what. And finally, he concludes, "I will always stand with Israel and the Jewish people." Now, again, at a time when celebrities they're not our leaders, but we would like them to stand up, especially when they've stood up for other causes. And here he is stepping forth, standing with the Jewish ancestral homeland and the rest of Am Israel. Jessica Seinfeld then adds, "If you don't know what to say," this is a few weeks later, "if you don't know what to say, you can just say this in your feed. I support my Jewish friends and the Jewish people." And this harkens back to what I said a few moments ago. Many Jews have felt abandoned, if not betrayed. And here she is. This is early on now. Here she is addressing that same issue and helping and giving people the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they don't know what to say. Maybe they'd like to say something. Here's what you can say. I support you. I support my Jewish friends and the Jewish people. Now, Jerry and Jessica Seinfeld went on a mission to Israel in December of 2023. Here's what Jessica Seinfeld wrote on December 23rd, 2023, regarding their visit. "We just got home from Israel. We wanted to see for ourselves the impacts of the October 7th attacks. We saw homes where families were tortured, shot, bombed, and burned alive. We stood in a field where kids at a music festival were murdered and kidnapped by the hundreds as they fled. So here's Jerry and Jessica bearing witness to the worst atrocities committed against Jews since the Holocaust, bearing witness to a modern day pogrom. This is hugely meaningful to Israelis and to Jews everywhere to see that we come together, that we bear witness, that this means something to us. Yeah. And he continues. Sorry, Jessica continues. As painful as it was to be in those places, however, what I will remember the most is the people we met in Israel. Heroes who rescued and saved thousands of lives. Young people from New York who came to work in farms to replace those who have gone to fight against Hamas. Former hostages and families of those still being held who have been through trauma but are still seeking to help. Extraordinary individuals who have come together to provide emergency assistance through citizen service. And here she is supporting Israelis, showing sympathy for what Israelis have gone through, and showing admiration at their resilience. Also, perhaps more importantly, Jessica wants us to know what Israelis have gone through and what they're going through, right? She's a witness and she wants to relay this, inform us, educate us, let us know, let the world know. She understands what kind of platform she has. And then she continues, this was my 5th visit to Israel, and I've never seen a more unified country among people of all walks of life, from wounded soldiers to families of peace activists whose mothers, fathers, or siblings were murdered or are still held captive in Gaza. The horror of October 7th has erased divisions within Israel. Everyone has come together for a greater cause, to defeat Hamas, to build a better and safer Israel, and a better, safer world. Jewish identity is not just a religion. And I say this because I would think it's obvious, but there are plenty of people who don't understand this. And some who are malevolent, who kind of know this about us and want to define us. We are a people. We're an ancient people. We are the people of Israel, Am Israel, Bnei Israel. And we are tied to this homeland. This attack on Israel was an attack on all Jewish people. We all know this. There's a reason why there's a reason why the rallies on the streets of the world have targeted Jews. There have been attacks on Jews around the world. Jewish institutions, synagogues have had to beef up their security. Schools have faced all kinds of threats. Individuals, Jews all over the place, restaurants, stores. And here is Jerry and Jessica Seinfeld. Here are Jerry and Jessica Seinfeld taking a personal interest. It matters to them as Jews, but also recognizing their platform, also recognizing that we look up to them. Should we? In our society, we do look up to celebrities. We do. I don't know that we should, but we do. They matter. They have a huge platform. And to see Jerry and Jessica stepping up like this is inspiring. It's comforting. It matters. Again, today's spotlight on Proudly Jewish has been Jerry and Jessica Seinfeld.